spiritual growth.
Yes, right. Let's call it that. Yes.
Uh, what are we doing first? And
Uh,
Harold, I think everything is slightly ringy. I think we need less highs. Less highs.
Help. Victor, help.
I mean, it will not bring us down
How about that friend of the devil in the minor?
to have less highs.
yeah. You want to hear that?
Oh, I like that. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. Should we just start? Go ahead and start with it. That'd be unusual. Yeah. Why not? You guys understand, you know? We're not just trying to create drama here. You know? Wait
This
for it.
Percy stuff should be less.
Nitrous oxide.
Yeah. And that's not a falsetto voice, is it, Eric?
I never sing false.
That's right. We were talking about how they asked, and during the day, they asked these Appalachian singers and people who come from, you know, the south and country areas and everything. And they'd have a hit or something, you know, even Bill Monroe and stuff like that. And they'd ask, well, the thing you do on Mule Skinner Blues, that's falsetto voice, right? And they would go, no, I never sing false. No, I do not do falsetto. I don't know what you're talking about, but I never sing false. And it is true. It's just a cultural difference when you ask the guy that question and you can't explain it. You know, that's what he's going to say. But there were more than one or two or three people that said that. I never sing false. Now that was a falsetto voice, right? Because you get falsetto voice in a lot of stuff. In the Pines, you know, Mule Skinner Blues, and there's all these songs, you know. That's called falsetto. When you go, that's falsetto. But to a singer, that's like the strongest thing you're doing. That's not false. You know, not false at all. But he hears false, and no, I never sing false.
But you're suppressing your lowest
Rightest
overtone,
range.
though.
You're using the upper octave
Yeah, right.
of your voice, and you're going like that. And the way opera explains that is it's called falsetto. Chest voice is called mezzo soprano or something like that. But anyway, when you go and when you're in that register, in opera that's called falsetto.
You're
So
basically doing like
somebody
this.
had brought that into folk music and told some guy, that's a falsetto voice. And he went, no, absolutely not. I would have said
Okay.
the same thing too.
So,
Okay, now what are we doing? Oh yeah,
so,
that.
so we're doing this new casting of this because we played with Lauren Rowan
Yeah.
on Tuesday night at the Sweetwater,
And Lauren and his brother and this guy
it's
who does stuff, plays guitar, and they're working with right now,
right.
has worked on this thing of Friend and the Devil in a minor key. Friend of the Devil in a minor key. The cool thing about it is he didn't change anything about the song. He just changed it
Just
into a minor
recast it.
key. It's actually the same melody, but it's in a minor. And he sent me an MP3 of it, and I just went, oh yeah.
And I always
So I'm
love
recording on the song
getting
now.
to.
He's
I don't
happy
get to
about that.
see Lauren very often, but I met him a really long time ago. I met him in 1970 when he and his brother
Yeah.
were being produced by David Grisman.
Yes.
And so he was 18, I was 24, and he
Yeah.
came and stayed with me where I was house sitting at a big ski lodge. It was,
Right.
I was
That was on
taking
the
care
East
of
Coast,
it. Yeah, I was
right?
in Vermont,
Yeah.
and I was taking
Yeah.
care of it
Before they came out to the
during
West Coast.
during the summer, because most of the action is in the winter, and so funny, I said, how old were you then, I said, well, he says, I was 18, because I was 24, and,
Yeah.
he said,
Right.
you seem so old.
You seemed so old at that time. That's what I'm
now
saying.
it's just like
2 or
we're,
3 years back then,
you
it's
know,
a whole
now
lot of
it's
difference.
like,
now it's just like, hey,
oh
the same.
yeah, we're just, kind of like
Yeah.
older generation
Same age
people,
category.
you know, yeah, definitely. So
Okay, here you
anyway,
go. Friend
here we
of the
go.
Devil in a minor key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I laid out from Reno, I was trained by 20 hounds. Didn't get to sleep last night till the morning came around. Said I'm running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. Ran into the devil and he loaned me 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. Said I'm running but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. I ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. He took my $20 bill and he vanished in the air. I said out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. I've got 2 reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one is we and Marie, and she's my heart delight. Second one is prison bed, sheriff's on my trail. And if he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. I've got a wife in Chino, baby, one in Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but it don't look like me. Said I'm running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. You can borrow from the devil, you can borrow from a friend. The devil gives you 20 when your friend's got only 10. I say I'm running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. I've got 2 reasons why I cry away each lonely night. The first one is sweet Anne Marie, and she's my heart delight. Second one is prison bed, sheriff's on my trail. And if he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail.
Yes, so we want to do Tracy Mullen.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Okay.
even better.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Just interestingly enough, Is it rolling? Are the cameras rolling?
Yeah.
Well, I've told this story a million times. But the funny thing about that original lick, the intro lick in Friend of the Devil, you know, in the minor key is, well, in G it's, that's the difference between minor and major, but I mean minor and major. But Hunter came over to where we were living, the New Riders, and John Dawson, me, Dave Torvik, everybody in the New Riders was living there. And Hunter came over and comes to me and says, I got a song that I wrote for you guys. Because at that time, 1971 or 2, you know, it was like, man, Hunter was just furiously writing these dudes. And Garcia was going, come on, give me another one, give me another. And put music to this, and they were serious about that. The songs are just great and all that stuff. And we were kind of thinking like, hey, what about us, man? Come on, Hunter. I've known Hunter since way before the Grateful Dead and everything. But so he said, I got a song for you guys. I wrote this especially for you guys. So I said, great, come on up. And I had this little space where we could tape stuff. It's a reel-to-reel tape recorder standing in it. And John and Hunter, John Dawson, Marmaduke, sat down with Hunter, and they got guitars and they were singing. You know, they were singing. I live out from Reno and all this stuff. And so I got a tape and put it on. You have to put the tape on, you have to reel it through and get the headphones on, and then you have to get it ready and press record and listen to see if you got it. So I put it on pause, I got it. And then I got my guitar and I saw, oh, they're in the key of G. So I went, just to see if I was in tune, you know. And so in time, I played with him. I thought, so it won't interfere with stuff, you know. And Hunter just goes, stop. That's the lick. That's the intro lick of the song. That's the intro. That is it. And I went, oh, man, I could do a lick. I could think of that. I think of licks all the time, man. I can do it. That is really a lick. That's a G major scale lick. Come on. He goes, no. Keep it simple. I want that. And so that was it. And then the addendum to the story is, how come you didn't see that song by the New Riders then? How come? Hunter was living with Jerry at the place where New Riders practiced before we lived at Tenfield House. So he goes back to Magnolia in Larkspur and comes in the door, and Garcia's looking up. Where have you been? And Hunter goes, well, I was doing a song with the New Riders, man. Where is it? You got a tape? And Hunter goes, yeah, because I made the tape for you. Hunter goes, yeah, right here. Garcia goes, give it to me. Okay. Good night. And Hunter goes upstairs to bed. The next morning, Garcia had got 2 reasons why I cried away slowly. That wasn't in the song. Garcia wrote that into the song, and we all heard that, and we just went, it's yours, man. Okay. Yeah, so all these years it was a Grateful Dead song, and then just recently now it's a New Riders song.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
And now recast in the minor key.
Yeah, and now, thanks to Lauren Rowan,
Right.
recast in a minor key. Oh, boy. Wow. Yeah.
So, how
Garcia's
many,
gonna love that.
how many of you, speaking of,
Listening. Nice, David.
keys and intervals, how many of you saw the kind of Facebook current where it was Ted Cruz is giving speeches wanting to outlaw the tritone, the devil's interval. It came up in my current on Facebook.
I missed that one, but
yeah,
it doesn't surprise me.
I spent about
Doesn't
10
surprise me a
minutes.
bit. Yeah, the tritone.
I spent 10 minutes trying to.
You know what the tritones are? A major chord.
No, the tritone is the
Yeah, I
5/5.
know. I know.
It's two.
But still, it's where from which are derived chords.
Yeah,
It's,
but it's
you know,
like the notes
it's,
in diminished chord.
I used to do a whole scale.